So let's go on to speak about what it contains. And I want to speak specifically about the allure of the Cape Town CBD, because really in South Africa, the Cape Town CBD is very unique in that it's not only a destination for people to work and make their money, but people want to live in the same space. And I think there are very few places in the country where you have South Africans wanting desperately, out of choice, to live in their CBDs. Why is this so unique to Cape Town?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's something that's really exciting to see. And I think, we first started seeing around the early 2000s, 2002, 2003, there was a boom in residential property that really started taking the idea of living in Cape Town CBD to the next level. And it sort of plateaued over the years, but what we've started seeing now is a bit of a resurgence in that idea. More and more people are seeing Cape Town CBD as a place not just to work, but a place to live as well. And it goes hand in hand with a lot of global trends where people are increasingly tired of the idea of a long commute. They don't necessarily want to spend a lot of time in their cars, and they'd rather actually live closer to where they're working, particularly in a really fun environment. And the Cape Town CBD is increasingly offering just that. And I think for a lot of people, it is this idea that not only can you work in really great office buildings and in a really great urban setting, but you can walk home or take the bus home or cycle home, and then have at your doorstep cultural offerings, restaurants, various other kind of lifestyle offerings that you don't get really anywhere else in the Cape Town metro region. So a lot of people really are sold on this very urban way of living that increasingly is becoming quite a unique offering of Cape Town CBD.
Now, we also saw reports recently that suggested that a demand for property in the CBD is actually going through the roof. And if you want to purchase property in the Cape Town CBD, you're looking at an increase of about 10% year on year for the foreseeable future. So that means that there is a lot of money changing hands in the CBD, and certainly a lot of money that's being made and being exchanged. Did your research give you any insight into this?
Absolutely. The State of the Central City report gives a great indication as to exactly the amount of transactions that took place in the residential market in Cape Town CBD, average price points, average sizes of flats that people are buying. So a lot of really great intel into the picture of residential transactions, and the prices are in fact going up in terms of average price points per square meter price points. Having said that, it's not astronomical, so this idea that almost it's become untenable to live in the CBD isn't the reality. But interestingly enough, we have also had a lot of interested demand from property sellers, real estate agents, and others to say we need more stock that's more affordable. And this really speaks to a need of Cape Town CBD to expand its residential market to really have more affordability as well. Key here is looking at people who are have regular jobs but need places to live that are accessible and really quite close to the places of employment. From a metro-wide perspective, it doesn't make sense that people who work in the CBD have to make these really long commutes day in and day out by virtue of income brackets. So we really, as a CBD, need to make sure that we're looking at more affordable housing options in the CBD to keep the demand inclusive and to make sure the CBD is growing in conjunction with the rest of the city.